Hello friends, my name is Venkat Gopal, working as a data engineer. Today I would like to show a complete data engineering project end-to-end pipeline. So as you can see in my screen, this is my on-prem system SQL server where I have installed in my laptop. Then I would like to copy few of the tables from here to Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account in branch container through Data Factory. Okay, I would like to create a Data Factory pipeline, and once I'll execute the pipeline which would connect with SQL server as a source and a destination as a destination data lake Gen 2 account. Then I would like to create a notebook which is basically transform the data in Databricks environment. So I'm going to use Azure Databricks here. So I'll create a cluster and I'll create the notebooks and I'll write the logic for transformation where those scripts will be executed and the transformation will be performed, and again it will copy into other container in Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account, that is silver container. Once the data is available in silver container, again I would like to create another notebook which further transform the data, and it will execute the queries in which I will retain in Spark SQL. Then it will copy the data to gold container in Gen 2 account. So here the transformations what basically I'm going to perform here. In first, in branch container, just I would like to read all the data from branch container, and I will copy those data sets in here with, so few dates are there which is existing in the tables with full timestamp, date and timestamp, but I don't want to in my branch container, so I don't want the timestamp part. I would like to modify the date value up to ddmmyy only. So that transformation I will perform here, and thereafter in the second transformation I would like to separate the column names naming convention. Okay, I'll show you in later. So once the data is available in gold container, then I would like to connect gold container Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account with Synapse Analytics to create the views, top of that view tables, and finally those views will be connected with Power BI report or Power BI services report so that we can generate the visualizations. So this is how the complete end-to-end pipeline. Now let me show you my this is my on-prem SQL server where I have installed Adventure Works database in my laptop. So these are the tables. So what I would like to do here, just I have written in one query which will return me schema name and table name. So I'm not going to copy one by one table. So it will automatically read all the tables from this query, and one by one it will copy into Data Lake Gen 2 account. Okay, it will read one by one through Azure Data Factory from SQL Server and copy into Azure Data Lake Gen 2 container under branch container, right? So now let me come to my Azure environment. This is my Azure environment where I have not created any resources yet. If you can see, I have logged in with my credentials. So there is no resource group at all. So let me first create the storage account. Okay, for to create data like Gen2 bronze containers, silver and gold. So here I have selected my subscription, so I don't have resource group yet, so I have to create it. Let me create. I would like to name it as, okay, Azure Data Engineer Resource Group. And again I would like to create here a storage account. I would like to keep all the naming conventions same so that there would not be any confusion in future. So I want to select it local redundancy right now. Let me click on next. Click on this so that I can also select other item, or other users can also be selected those containers. That's why anonymous access is also I have given, right? And next I would like to select this checkbox because I'm going to create a data like Gen2 account, which is basically hierarchical namespace. Means we can create the directory hierarchical wise directory under subdirectory, and then we can place our files. So it will maintain the that fashion, right? And rest of all parameters or configurations I would like to leave it as is. So once this create button will be enabled and colored as blue, we can create. So now it's highlighted as blue and enabled. So now all the parameters are fine, whatever we have mentioned. So now we can create the resource group, sorry, resource group as well as storage account. Yeah. So now my storage account is get created and resource group. Let me go to the resources. So this is my resource group. Okay, all the informations are showing here. So now I would like to create containers here. Containers nothing but just like a folders. I would like to create here a branch container. Fine. Let it be allow to access from other anonymous access also. Silver container. This is also I would like to read access from all users. This is gold container. Here also I would like to create this, right? All the containers I have created, and if I go here, if you can see there is no files are available. If we want to upload by manually, so we can create this and we can upload files. It will allow us to upload from our local system, but I'm not going to do that. Now let's come here and let me create next Azure Data Factory. Here I have already created the resource group which I would like to select. Here also I would like to give that same naming convention. Okay, Azure Data Engineer resource, sorry, active Azure Data Factory. Now I would like to keep the settings as is. So it will also take little time to configure Azure Data Factory environment and resources. Now it's under development is in progress. Now if you can see, the Azure Data Factory was completed and it's available. So once we will click onto the resources Azure Data Factory, we have to launch the studio, right? Once we launch the studio, it will open in another window, and it will allow us to create other objects like pipelines, linked services and all. Uh, So once we'll log into Studio, Azure Data Factory Studio, this is the screen where we landed, and this one will be shown first. So from author tab, we can create pipelines, data sets, linked services and all. Okay. If you can see new pipeline data sets, we can create a new data set. Okay. And other things we can do. This is a monitoring tab from which we can monitor the jobs. This is manage, so we can create link services, integration runtime and all, right? So let me create a pipeline. I would like to create a pipeline, and first I would like to place here lookup activity. Why lookup activity? Basically the lookup activity will read all the tables and keep in its memory or in JSON file to feed further activities. Okay. Lookup, I would like to name it on-prem on PRM tables. Okay. And I would like to copy all result set, not first one row. Then let me click on new, and here we have to create the data set. So our source is SQL server. Let me click on SQL server. I would like to give here on PRM data set. Okay. And here I would like to select the link services. I haven't created any link services yet, so let me create a link service. I would like to say source link. Okay. Here I would like to select basically integration runtime. So integration runtime, which is a bridge or connection between on-prem system to Azure environment, right? So this is a default integration runtime, auto resolvent integration runtime, and basically it is used to connect between Azure environment. Like we are going to connect Azure Blob Storage with Synapse Analytics or Databricks, Azure Databricks. Then we can use this one. But now this time we are going to connect to SQLDB, which is exists in on-prem system. For that, I have to create a new integration runtime. So here I would like to select self-integrated hosted integration runtime, which is we use to connect on-prem systems or other than Azure environment. So here I would like to give name as self-hosted self-hosted integration runtime. Okay. Let me click on create. Okay. So here two options are available. One is express setup and another manual setup. So I would like to go through manual setup, and if I click on this, it will allow me to download the integration runtime software from Microsoft site. But I have already downloaded that software. So I'm not now downloading this one again. And let me go to my downloads. So if you can see, this is integration runtime, right? Just I would like to double click on to install, and I will follow the instructions whatever I will be populated in my screen. Okay, it will take a while to install. So now my integration runtime was installed successfully, and once it was installed, this screen will be popped up where we have to give key. Okay, resource key, which will connect through my Azure environment. So let me copy this key from here. Sorry. Okay, and I would like to copy my key. Let me register it. It will take a while to register. Yeah, now it's registering. So if you can see, my integration runtime has been established. The node is has been registered successfully, right? So let me click OK. So here now it's showing integration runtime currently unavailable. So let me click on refresh. So it's green, right? Can become green. So now my Azure environment and Azure account is connected with my on-prem system. Here I would like to give the server name, SQL server name. So I would like to copy from here, and the database name. This is what database name I would like to give here, and username and password. This is password. Okay. Let me click on test connection. So my test connection is successful. Click OK. So now I have established the connection between on-prem system to my Azure environment. Okay. So now so now I have established the connection. Now the second item what I would like to do, I would like to take table names one by one, right? Here what where I want to use my query which will return tables, one list, table schema name and table list. Okay, the query would what I would like to paste here, and that's it. So now let me execute debug this lookup activity so that I can show you how it will create a JSON file where my all table list will be there, which I am going to copy into data lake gen 2 account. So now it's running, it's in queue. Yeah, now it's running, it succeeded, right? So here if you can see, all my table names are showing. Let me maximize it. So here all six tables what I would like to copy, all table name and schema names are listed here, right? So let me copy this and keep it for my later use, and let me close this. Fine. Now the second activity what I would like to do here, I would like to copy here for each activity because I need to read each table one by one, right? I have to iterate. So I would like to take for each activity, I would like to name it as for each on PRM tables. Okay. Now I want to connect this one because whatever the output is showing here in JSON file, that will feed into my for each lookup activity. Okay. So let me come here and let me through this add dynamic content activity I have to give this, right? Y value, if you can see my all table names are listed under value, right? That's why I have given here the output, whatever the output is for this lookup activity, I want to pass on to my for each loop activity. Fine. So now in second I have to create a activity. So what we are just going to create here, copy activity, right? I want to copy tables from on-prem to gen storage gen 2 account. So I would like to data copy activity. I would like to place here data copy activity, copy on PRM tables, right? I would like to set here source link, which is my SQL server. Let me select here SQL server. Okay. And link service I have already established, right, with my on-prem system. So which I have selected, and here if you can see all my on-prem systems tables are listed, but I am not going to select here table name because I am going to select through that query, right, which is feeded by lookup activity. So let me click on OK. So this is how the table, this is the data set what I have created. So uh, let me rename this data set as source data set. Okay, I have renamed that as source data set. Fine. If I come again and if I go into here, so I have selected as source data set. I have converted, right? And now here what the next item I would like to do, I will write a query to get the schema name and table name dynamically. Fine. So first I have to use here concat function. With the help of concat function, what I would like to do, select, okay. Now I have this on-prem for each activity, right? Item dot So here schema name, right? This schema name I have to give here. Okay, then dot table name. These two properties I have to give there, which holding the table name and schema name and table name values. Fine. This is what I would like to give. Okay. So now let me click OK. My source connection established. Now I would like to create a destination. So my destination would be data lake gen 2 account, right? Storage account. So I would like to give here target data set. Fine. Sorry, I have to click this and I would like to copy as a Parquet files. Yeah, now I have to give here target data set. Fine. I have to establish a link connection between my Azure Blob Storage account, right? So I have to use the same because I am going to connect with my Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account as a destination, and I would like to select this one. So here what I would like to select, I would like to select my subscription, then this is my storage account. Fine. Let me check the connection is successful. So this is my target linked service is also got created. Fine. So now what I would like to do here, if I click on this, so I want to place the files into my branch container, right? I would like to create like this, and now basically what I would like to copy the data, that the directory should be under branch container, the directory should be schema name slash table name and their table, right? So how should be the directory structure? So let me create here two parameters like schema name, okay, and second is table name. I have created two parameters. So when I will come to my destination, we can see my both parameters are listed here. So now here what I would like to do, I would like to give here first schema name, right? So here I would like to give, so here through that dynamic content I would like to give here item dot, if you can see the schema name which is coming through my for each loop cup activity, right? and here item dot table name. Okay, this is done. And now I would like to open my data set, add dynamic content. Here what I would like to give, I would like to add the parameters, right? My schema name, how should be the folder structure slash table name. This is how my folder structure should be. I would like to create, click on yes, then okay. Then now here also I would like to click on add dynamic content, and how should be my table name. That is also I would like to concatenate with parameters like table name dot parquet. Okay, so my table name and dot parquet with this naming convention and with this extension, my table will be created. So now all the parameters are defined and my pipeline is ready. Fine. So let me execute this. Let me click on debug. So if you can see, my pipeline is getting executed. So before that, I would like to go to my storage account, and I would like to show, if I go to my storage account and it is refreshing, let it be refresh. So now my pipeline is get executed completely. If you can see, all the tasks has been executed successfully, right? All data copy is completely done. The lookup activity for each lookup activity, right? For each activity, and my all data copy activity is executed successfully. And if I go to my Azure account, and if I go to select storage account, let me select the container. So branch container, right, where I have earlier I have shown about that was empty. If you can see now, my all tables are available here. This is what in Parquet format I have the data and file, right? So here, and if you can see, my gold container and other containers are now empty. So we'll copy with transformation branch containers data into here in upcoming videos, right? So here what I did, currently I have copied all my SQL server data, whatever I want to copy, the 6 tables in Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account in branch container through Data Factory. Thank you for watching.